you're getting from training and medical staff on Jimmy?
Same as last night. He's doing treatment around the clock. We'll probably won't have any update until before the game.
Yeah, all season long you've talked about, and the team has parroted the situations that you've gone through with adversity, with injury, and having to play games with different rotations, different guys, that this would, you'd be able to bank that for moments like this. Is that the feeling at this moment?
Well, it certainly feels a little bit more like the norm for our basketball team, whether that's better or worse. We've been able to compartmentalize and have different guys step up. We said it all season long. You know, I think there's probably far too much criticism about our regular season when we found a beauty in the struggle and a beauty in you know, working through a lot of adversity. But the group would just continue, you know, to come back the next day and try to find ways to get better. And you know, we needed contributions from everybody, you know, at different times. You know, each one of these games during the playoffs, and last night that was evident as well. You know, particularly down the stretch. You know, Jimmy wasn't a focal point. We had other guys step up. Kyle was very important in that fourth quarter, but Bam also shook free for a couple buckets. Gabe hit a big three again. And even at the start of the half, Kevin Love's you know, impact, you know, in a series that's just very close. Both teams, it's just so competitive, and any of these kind of you know, relief points are critical.
So you talked about the previous series, but from a different perspective, Giannis, the up and down, the uncertainty going through the game, and the prepping for both. So when it's your player, how much is the next 24 hours so kind of prepping for both scenarios, whether Jimmy's around?
Yeah, again, it's not like we're just doing this today. This has been 6 months of this kind of life that we've existed in. And then we still don't know, you know, who'll be available for them. That's why you just have to focus on doing your prep. We'll do our prep for both. We'll prepare our team, you know, the best we possibly can, and just get ready for hard-nosed competition. At the end of the day, there's a bunch of storylines, narratives about this or that. It is just great competition, and each game, you know, will present a different challenge.
Erik, I'm sorry, when you said both, do you mean prep for yourself with Jimmy and without Jimmy, or
All
do you mean
the
prep
above.
with Julius
All the above.
and without Julius?
Yeah, baby, you have to be responsible. You'd be irresponsible to not prepare, you know, either way for either all the different scenarios.
You haven't had Kyle with you as long as, you know, some other guys. How did you know that he would be this guy when it got to this time of year, based on, you know, not having the lengthy run like some of your other guys?
That's one of the reasons why we went after Kyle in free agency. It was because of our respect for him, what he's done in the playoffs. And then from a personal standpoint, the battles that, or the battle that we had in the 7-game series, I still can't get over that. You know, that was a series I thought we were in control of, that we had an opportunity to win and advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. We wanted to face Cleveland more than anything, and Kyle, in the moments of truth in that series, he really was the difference maker, particularly in that game 7. But he's a winner. He's a competitor. You can't define him by stats or analytics. It's all about a competitive will and what's necessary in any particular moment.
Erik, Kyle was talking today about that there is a tendency in the NBA, you get one on the road, you get the split, and then maybe even subconsciously you relax a little bit. How do you sort of coax that out of your group before tomorrow?
Yeah, we hope that there, and I do sense a deep respect for the Knicks out of our group, and also just overall an understanding of how difficult it is in the playoffs. It doesn't matter, you know, who you're playing, but we're dealing with adversity, you know, with you know, a couple of guys out. So that's kind of kept us on edge. You know, we know our margin for error is not huge. And want to try to capitalize on these opportunities as much as we can. Well, we know what to expect. You know what the Garden will be like and what the response will be like. From the Knicks. They're a competitive group, just like we are.
But you're able to keep Bam close to the rim today. Robinson, Randall's able to go. How's that changed the geography of your defense?
Yeah, we'll see. It definitely changes things. Randall's a great basketball player. So we'll see. Rebounding and finishing our defense is a big part of this series as well. We're fully aware of that.